What have been the three best things for you this year?
Still being here, Daphne's the first thing.
Hello everybody, it's us again, Stephen Gillen, Daphne Diluce. So we're having a little chat today about a life worth living. So Steve, it's been an exciting 2023. I think it's going to be an even more exciting 2024. So let's start off with what have been the three best things for you this year?
I think still being here, Daphne's the first thing. We're very boots on the ground. We've been privileged to really work with amazingly talented people on amazingly talented projects this year. My new book, which is the second edition of The Monkey Puzzle Tree, of course, which is being repackaged. I've signed into a new two-book deal with Cornus Publishing. So my new book coming out is going to be called Extraordinary, Stephen Gillen, The Search for a Life Worth Living. That's got a big team around it, of course. That's being repackaged, coming out as a second edition early this year. That's exciting, you know. And there's a lot of TV stuff going on that's really, really worthwhile, really exciting, as well as all the business stuff we've been doing.
Well, it has been an exciting year. I think one of the highlights for me was the day that we went and worked with Ross Kemp up in London town. That was cool. And you two get on very well. You both come from dark corners, but it's not that it's about dark corners, it's about taking light into those corners. So, yeah, how did you and Ross get on behind the scenes?
He's a very cool guy, and it's a real privilege to work with him. We go into the dark corners in many ways, you know, and shine a light, you know, challenge that darkness, but really unpack that darkness in a way and make sense of it as well for audiences. Really is what we both do in a sense, Daphne. You know, we're involved in a very prominent broadcast project, which I can't go into, of course, at the moment. There's going to be a lot more about that coming out soon.
Next thing, Stephen, your past was so dark, but you're a million miles away from your past now. I mean, do you really get that? Do you actually stop and think about how different your life is these days?
I do. I mean, you know, there's moments, we just keep going with it. I mean, there was a funny one the other time. I said there's a new All England BBC radio show they're doing. It goes across all the 39 BBC radio stations. When they come in, the woman, she said, "Stephen, I just had Donny Osmond in LA, you know, and you're next." I had to research who Donny Osmond was, by the way. I thought, oh yeah, of course, that's the puppy love guy. But I said, oh yeah, that guy. I'm just really focused on the work is the thing, you know what I'm like. Sometimes you stop for a moment and think, oh, that's really cool, but you know, I always develop my my gratitude for stuff, because where I think where I was before, you know, was extremely tough, extremely dark, extremely traumatic, all of that stuff. It forges us. You know, part of it, of course, in the early days was to get away from that, Daphne, as far away as you can, and you know, you have to change all your life from the inside out, people, places and things. So it's a real journey, you know, like it's a journey for all of us human beings. We all have a, you know, a journey, a purpose here. Mine was very much like that. You know, I'm very forged into the person I am, but I always know of the person I need to become tomorrow, and then next month, and then next year. So
that's very wise. And also on the redemption arc that I work on constantly for you, your redemption arc, I really see that there was some, I see it in thirds. The first third was a very traumatic life. And the trauma wasn't necessarily all to do with crime. There was a lot of things in your past that led to crime. And you know, where does it begin, where does it end? But then you had this kind of massive burst of, you know, doing the right thing, as you call it, But doing the right thing, it's not always easy, and you don't always know what the right thing is at the time. But you keep repeating, do the right thing, and you follow your dreams and passions, and you actually don't do anything that you used to do. You're like a completely different person in the same body. Next, 2024, we are going up a level, aren't we, in our busyness, and actually now we have got, actually, I can't even keep up with how many teams we're working with. And I think people are going to be able to buy your new book very soon. That's really exciting. Tell me about that story now, because you've been going much deeper with this version, the second edition, than on the first one.
So the first book, that was The Monkey Puzzle Tree, I mean, you know, it won a lot of prizes, it done really, really well. It's been elevated now, this book is coming out as a second edition. There are the untold chapters in there, of course, because I'm not someone who's passed and they're doing all this stuff when I've gone sort of about this stuff. I'm still here, and there's so much that we're doing all the time. So it's the same story, but there's going to be a lot more new exclusive content in that, you know, and there is a real specialised team that's working around this book now, because of course there's the optioning of the film and all that stuff behind it, because there's a lot out there, and people like they ask me, when's it coming? For such a big project, it's really been about getting that deal right, you know. Of course, this next year now, there's a lot of plans and a lot of people behind about getting the story packaged and out there to that level in the right way, to the mass audiences, you know, and really going for that, you know.
But let's turn the conversation to photographs. Wasn't it exciting this weekend that you found, or was given, an amazing bunch of photographs that have been missing all these years? How did that make you feel?
Sat down with my mother, and you know, we managed to find a lot of photographs. We went through a lot of stuff, and you know, it was amazing, you know, also to see that family history, you know, and go back, Daphne, you know.
Oh, it was very good to see what you were like at 11 and 15, and then I think about 28 you were very handsome. Well, you're very handsome now, but he was really handsome. Anyway, you will get to see these photos. I think they'll be in the new book. So what else has been, like, tell me some happy moments of 2023.
It's always a lot with the children, right, and different stuff, you know, them little moments for them, you know, and that's the real life, you know. You know, even with the people we work with, you know, on set and all that stuff, there's all these moments knowing you're creating something positive, something wonderful, something lasting, you know, something in the right way at the right time with the right people. You know, there are so many, you know, and that's a real gift. I mean, I've always thought we have to work hard for our beautiful moments in this life. I've learned, you know, certainly to open my heart up a lot more, Daphne, as I continue to grow, to let these things in, because it's very important.
Yeah, it is. So, what is your message for everybody out there for getting ready for 2024? And if you're watching that and it's 2025, I'm sure this video's got some gold nuggets for you.
You know, I really wish you well. It is about being the authentic and being real, knowing yourself, knowing your own journey, being around the right people in the right way at the right time. You know, there it is. That's really see what you want and know that life is limitless possibility. It's working for us. Everything's working for us.
Well, I've got some nuggets for you. I love talking in analogies and telling stories. My message is drive your own car. And what I mean by that is take control of your life. You're driving the car. So set your destination, make your plan, and make sure you get there safely. It's your journey, and it's staying in yourself, grounding into yourself, and actually having that big idea. I start big idea sessions with clarity and direction sessions, and those ideas are huge. I had one client in the studio on Friday, and he said, oh, Daphne doesn't do little things, she does huge things. And I thought, wow, Yes, I actually do. So make sure your vision's big and bright and happy, and make sure that you sprinkle love in everything that you do, and start with loving yourself and be kind. In this world at the minute, there's a lot of divide, a lot of division. No good, that's not good. We want to be unity. It's all about unity and understanding.
It takes many drops to make an ocean, Daphne. You know, you hear me say it many times, right? You know, and we're quite dumb human beings, really. You know me. I just say it how it is. You know, shoot from the hip, and you know, of course it is. If we look at thousands of years of history, we're still warring with each other and going around in circles about this, that, and the other. As brilliant as we are as human beings, we can do much better in that area. This is so, you know, another thing that I say as well that really helped me is, look, it's important to understand that time is the most valuable commodity here. You know, when I understood that, it changed everything for me. Because then you start asking the right questions. Okay, God, you know, you get it, right? The penny drops. So what am I actually doing with my time? What am I actually doing with my life? Who am I actually spending it with? Am I going in the right direction? Is it slipping through my hands? You know, me who's wasted so much of my life, it's what gives me even more of a purpose. But this is very important, because just that one alone changes the whole trajectory of absolutely everything. If you can understand it, absorb it, and master it in the right way, stuff like this really, really helps everyone.
Well, thank you for your attention, and thank you for watching Steve's videos, Steve's contents and everything that we produce at Raw Media Creative. And you have a wonderful life, and always put the love in it. Bye for now.
Yeah, bye guys, thank you. You know, as you said, thanks for absolutely everything. We're always there. Amazing things coming this year. Thanks for interacting with everything. We're really there for you as well as we go forward together. Be lucky, God bless, and take care.